Hello, drummers, and anyone who likes drumming. It's me, Mike Machine Malay. I am best known for being the world's fastest double bass player in single strokes. I am currently undefeated since the year 2007. I have the 1 minute record, the 5 minute record, and the 15-minute record. So hopefully you'll take my opinion pretty serious today. So today I'm making a video to give you an announcement. I am now playing trick pedals. Trick pedals. Here we go. This is one of the Trick Pro 1Vs. It took a long time for me to make this decision. As everybody knows, I am a proud Yamaha endorser, and I proudly played the FP9. Right? And there's nothing wrong with the FP9. I want to get that real clear, real fast. If I was in a scenario where I could not play a trick pedal, the FP9 would do just fine. But if you know me, you know I only play the best, and I don't lie. I don't lie to myself, I don't lie to my friends, I don't lie to my fans, and I especially don't lie about integrity. So behind me is my beautiful Yamaha Phoenix drum set with my Sabian cymbals, Evans drum heads, my signature Mike Machine drumsticks from Headhunters. You know, I'm a proud endorser of these companies and products, but you could also ask some people who've offered me a lot of free things over the years. I don't take free stuff. I just don't. If I don't believe in it and I don't love it, you ain't gonna get my name attached to it. So, having said that, it took me now a year of working with Mike Dorfman of Trick Drums to get to this point where today I announce that I am exclusively playing trick pedals. I have the trick hi-hat stand here. I have the trick double pedal on this kit. I now own 16 trick pedals in total. And Mike has been so gracious to me that he even etched the Mike Machine logo on some pedals for me. So I've got a few of these bad boys. Look at that. Isn't that a thing of beauty? So yeah, me and Trick have now joined forces, and it's a beautiful thing. So I just want to talk about some of the features that really drove this home for me. And again, it's hard to compare this pedal to any normal pedal because it's twice the price. It might be 3 times the price against a Yamaha, against a Pearl or a Tama or a Sonar, whatever you're playing, you know. But, you know, I've had almost every pedal. And I had lots of Axis pedals, and I set the world's records on Axis pedals. I don't like Axis pedals. I just don't. I have moments where I love them, and I have weeks where I hate them. Okay, so first off, trick pedals, the build quality. This is a tank, okay? You're not gonna find a cooler pedal, a better pedal in my opinion. This is it. This is the pedal that's gonna go on a deserted island with me and never fail. So if you just look at this, the first thing we gotta talk about is the build quality. This is like CNC aluminum. This thing is ridiculous. I just love it. So I fell in love with that. And it's like, okay, well, you've passed the construction test, you know, I spent a lot of money on you, you should give me a lot of material. And they do. And one of my big gripes in all of drumming is if it has rubber, plastic, and I have to depend on it, why'd you do that to me? You know what I mean? I don't want rubber, I don't want plastic. It's just not the way I play drums. And you can ask anybody, I break a lot of stuff. You know, not just plastic and rubber, but metal. I'm a bad cranker down. I'm a kind of guy. You know, I got a powerful grip, so I get a little carried away with some things. So the quality of this pedal is just phenomenal. It's built perfect. Let's get into maybe the footboard play. One of my biggest gripes. None. Zero. Zero. There's no wiggle here. Zero. Let's talk about footboard length. Your foot always sits on the pedal. Even if you're here, you can play the pedal, right? There's no moment of that footboard where you're, oh, now you can't play. No, you're always able to play. It's a real beautiful footboard. And the settings, you know, on this Trick Pro 1V, I also have the Dominators. The Dominators are the cheaper line, so you don't get this triple height setting. Maybe you don't get as much fancy features in here, but it's still killer. I think actually you do have these obviously settings, so you get all these beautiful settings, guys. But I think what you don't get is the adjustable hoop clamp. See here? I can adjust this forward and back. So if you feel like you're someone who wants it real snugged against, or if you want it real far away, you can adjust that however you want. How many pedals have you ever seen that you could do that? Where you can sink them in or pull them back, sink it in, pull it back, and just find your perfect setting. And while we talk about settings, I've tried 1,000,002,000 settings on this thing, and a fraction of a millimeter changes this pedal into a whole new creature. You're like, oh, this is fine. Loosen, tighten. Whoa, this is crazy. But what was really blowing my mind through the journey of this pedal was I would set it and love it, and then I try something else and love it even more. When does that happen? And then try it and love it even more, and then more and more. So I just couldn't deny how in love I was getting with this pedal while playing my Yamaha pedals or Axis or whatever it was. I was just like, okay, I need to address this because I have a different technique than most people. So when I tell you guys, hey, this is the perfect pedal, maybe not for you, maybe not, but I have a technique where I call it constant release, where I push and let this thing kind of wiggle and bounce like a basketball. So I'm pumping the pedal like this most of the time, up and down. Most people are going like this. I'm going like this. So I'm getting kind of a compound motion. Now, in World's Fastest Drummer world, never will I allow that. Never will I support that. Never will I say, you should compete with a compound motion, whether that is swivel, whether that is heel toe, whether that is constant release. I don't support any of that for World's Fastest Drummer. None. But if we have a category for it, hats off to you, and you can swivel your way into heaven. You can swivel your way into results. There's guys who would get faster numbers than me, but so far not in a true single stroke. True singles. Okay, so let's talk about how you can convert these pedals. This compression spring. This is a compression spring. It's inside of here. Basically, you have a spring that's going this way and a bison rod that pushes against it. So as I play this pedal, that rod is moving against a spring. See that rod? Okay? Such a quiet pedal. Listen. I didn't even grease it up for the demo. It's just the way it is. So yeah, so you have this compression spring. And the one thing I've fallen in love with is in my technique, I compress the spring, so whoop, and then it's truly released. A constant release. It goes in, and then it's released. It goes in, we're an expanding spring. I always feel like I'm under the tension of it, which you know, you're at the mercy of that speed of the wiggle, right? So I was like, okay, the spring system is definitely the way of my future, and it has allowed me to do techniques that I used to depend on maybe certain settings. Like I would have like 5 beater weights on one part of the pedal to be able to do this tempo better. With the trick, I can have a short beater, a medium beater, a tall beater, and I can still function real well depending where I sit, and I can kind of always find myself, which is one of the features I always brag about with the Mike Machine Signature Stick is you can shift gears, 1, 2, 3, or you can be in the middle of those 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if you're on the outsides, but I want to do that stuff with my feet too. Like I don't think one technique rules them all. So again, in music, I'm not anti-compound, swivel, heel toe, any of it. But in competition for single strokes, don't bring that to my table. I won't respect it. So after that, I want to say the heel control of this pedal is really phenomenal because if you are in that regard of like heel toeing, your heel can go all the way. And if you just want a flat foot like this, you can truly compress your foot real good, just coming way down like that. So yeah, I'm just trying to explain to you guys what some of the features might be that you're not getting on your others. Now, I was going to talk about how, because of this having its own spring, I don't have to split this into a double pedal. Basically, this thing comes off, this cap, and you attach another beater and a connecting rod, and your other pedal works. So if you already have the double pedal model, to make it a true singles, you just undo the connecting rod and boom, you have your other single. There is no time, you know, especially if you're on the road and you're one night 2 kicks, and the next night 1 kick. stupid easy, stupid fast. It's brilliant, really. Like Mike Dorfman, you're a mad scientist, because I'm usually the guy that flamethrowers people who build things and they don't like me much longer. But Mike, you are a champ among champs. One of the other features I really want to talk about with the settings was you can get what I call a true flat. So because most pedals, the hoop clamp, which you can see it has this fancy spring, it goes on and clamps. So that's another feature that's real nice, right? You just put it on. There's no wink, wink, wink or anything. But I can get this pedal true flat. You see that? A true flat. So if I want to set that so it's going to hit this flat, it will. And there's not too many pedals that I've found out there that hit true flat, because I practice on a floor a lot. So once I start adding angles, I feel like, that's not the game I've been wanting. So I like it nice and flat. Boom, it has to hit pretty flat. And the last thing I'm going to probably mention about this, the function of this pedal that I don't think many other pedals are offering, is a true beater swing. You see that? See how that, no matter how far forward, no matter how far back. So when I'm getting this thing cooking in my momentum, I really wanted it to be able to come back without any concern. And as you can see, zero concern. So sales pitches aside, features aside, I just want to announce that I'm so blessed to now be part of the Trick family and to be under the wing of Trick for all my pedal and hi-hat needs, you know, and I definitely thank Yamaha for all their support in this endeavor, because, you know, it's kind of like asking your wife for a side chick. And she's like, well, what's wrong with me? The reality is Yamaha doesn't make a compression spring pedal. They don't make a pedal that's even in the $2,000 Canadian range. So it just is not a fair fight. It's not a fair comparison. I think the FP9, for the money, is the best pedal you're going to find out there. But if you have that kind of money, you should consider a Dominator. The Trick Dominator is phenomenal. Now, I know that when I've told some of my friends in private before today, they said, well, it's hard to get them. Yeah, because nothing worth having comes easy. So you should go to your local music store, put in that order, wait your 2 years if that's what it takes, and try a Trick pedal for yourself. Soon I'll be doing demos. Soon I'll show you guys just how blazing it is and how powerful it is. Guys, this pedal hits so much harder than any pedal I've ever played. It's just the pedal, you know, you can just sonic boom a bass drum. So I really hope you'll give it a chance. I really hope if you have a Trick pedal, you'll come on here and comment, say, yeah, Trick pedals are my favorite, you know, and let's just give some love to Trick. I'm going to put up my link to my artist section on Trick, and we're going to go from here. So 13 minutes of your day. Hope you made it. Love you.